Number 1. Dennis Rader. The movie. BTK. He was a perverted church council president who would abduct and then bind, torture and kill his female victims. They made the movie BTK based on him, after he was arrested in 2004. Number 2. Albert DeSalvo. The movie. The Boston Strangler. Between 1962 and 1964, Albert strangled 13 women to death and came to be known as the Boston Strangler. A movie of the same name came out in 1964. He was stabbed to death in prison. Number 3. Carl Panzram. The movie. Killer. The Journal of a Murderer. Through the 1920s, Carl murdered more than 22 people, forcibly sodomized 1,000 men and even fed people to crocodiles. How could you not make a movie on something like that? The movie Killer, Journal of a Murderer came out in 1996. Number 4. Charles Manson. The movie. The Manson Family. He's a legend in his own right. He started a death cult, killing people from upscale families and preaching insane prophecies. The Manson Family movie came out in 2003 and documented the reign of terror his group exercised. Number 5. Charles Starkweather. The movie. Natural Born Killers. In December 1957, Charles went on a killing spree with his 14-year-old girlfriend Carol Ann Fugate. The murderous rampage resulted in 11 deaths. He died in the electric chair and was the inspiration for Natural Born Killers. Number 6. David Berkowitz. The movie. Son of Sam. Through 1976-77, David would go around shooting young women and couples at random. He claimed it was because of a satanic message his landlord's dog had given him. WTF. The movie Son of Sam was based on him. Number 7. Ed Gein. The movie. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Ed was a farmer who would kill and mutilate his victims' bodies. He turned their body parts into masks, chairs and even made a belt out of human nipples. His relationship with his mother also inspired the film Psycho. Number 8. Gary Ridgway. The movie. Green River Killer. He strangled several prostitutes and female runaways in the 80s and 90s around California. Arrested in 2001, he confessed to 71 murders, though the actual count is thought to be higher. His acts of violence inspired the movie Green River Killer. Number 9. Gertrude Banitsky. The movie. The Girl Next Door. Gertrude took in Sylvia Likens, a child, in 1965. She then proceeded to torture, mutilate and beat her to death over a long period of time, before finally being arrested. Her horrific misdeeds were the foundation for the film Girl Next Door. Number 10. Henry Lee Lucas. The movie. Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. Henry confessed to killing hundreds of strangers and drifters through the 60s and 70s. When he was arrested, he was convicted of 11 murders, most noticeable being that of his own prostitute mother. Number 11. Aileen Wuornos. The movie. Monster. The award-winning movie was based on Aileen, who murdered around 7 men between 1989-90, claiming they tried to rape her. Her story is tragic and terrifying, and the character was played by Charlize Theron. Number 12. Ivan Milat. The movie. Wolf Creek. This movie was based on Ivan, who was convicted for a bunch of murders and mutilations in the Australian outback. Number 13. Jack the Ripper. The movie. From Hell. The movie told one side of the story of Jack the Ripper, who terrorized the streets of 1800s London by killing prostitutes and spreading fear. Number 14. The Zodiac Killer. The movie. The Zodiac. Another movie about a serial killer case that was never solved. The Zodiac Killer worked around San Francisco in the 70s and even left codes and messages for the cops, taunting them. Number 15. Richard Kuklinski. The movie. The Iceman. Richard lived a double life. One as a family man with a wife and kids, and another as a hitman for the mafia. His family had no idea about his other life as a murderer. Number 16. Manu Sharma. The movie. No One Killed Jessica. Jessica Lal was shot in the head in 1999 by political offspring Manu Sharma for refusing to serve him a drink. This movie is about the fight for justice for Jessica in the face of political pressure. Number 17. Maria Suzaraj. The movie. Jerome. Not a love story. Ram Gopal Verma made a movie on TV executive Niraj Grover's murder. He was stabbed to death by Jerome after the Menage a Trois went horribly wrong. Number 18. Stoneman. The movie. The Stoneman Murders. In the early 1980s, several footpath dwellers and beggars on the streets of Bombay were stoned to death in their sleep. The killer, dubbed the Stoneman, was never caught and was the inspiration for this 2009 film by debutante Manish Gupta. Number 19. Suraj Singh Dio. The movie. Gangs of Wasseypur. The character of mafia don turned politician Ramadar Singh in the movie Gangs of Wasseypur is based on Suraj Singh Dio, who ran his own circle of influence in these badlands. He inspired equal parts respect and fear from his people. Number 20. Rajesh and Nupur Talwar. The movie. Razia. This is a movie based on the murder of 14-year-old Arashia Talwar. Her parents were convicted of the murder, and the domestic help was also involved in the case. The movie faced a lot of objection and controversy,